Hi, Jacqueline. My name's Nick Standish. How's your summer been so far?
Good, good. It's been very relaxing.
Well, good to hear. Well, I'm just interested in finding out a little bit about your work experiences and a little bit about what you like to do after you graduate. So, are you ready to begin?
Yes,
Okay. Um, so, which major did you choose while you're in school?
business, and then with that, it was management and marketing with emphasis in human relations and entrepreneurship.
That's a lot.
Yes, it is.
And so, why'd you pick all those majors?
Honestly, I really, at the time, wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And so I
Hmm.
figured I would do a little bit more of a broader um, degree. And so I had more options when I graduate.
Okay, awesome. And do you feel like your classes have kind of prepared you for a job later on, or when you graduate in those fields? I guess they all tie together. I guess.
I would say that the class being in class itself hasn't really prepared me. It's the projects
Okay.
that I have done that have really given me that hands-on experience.
Hmm. And so, what are your goals after you graduate?
Right now, I'm an intern at a nonprofit,
Okay.
and I really enjoy doing the nonprofit side of
Hmm.
business, and I'd like to continue with that. So, staying in Omaha definitely, and then
Hmm.
finding a nonprofit to become full time in their marketing
Okay.
department.
Do you know anywhere specific that you're planning on trying to work at, or just
There's a couple right now. I'm with Q's, which is an awesome program that helps children. I would also like to maybe work with the Autism Society of Omaha. I volunteer for them right now, and I really like what they do with the community.
okay? So that's you like to work there for the children and
Yeah.
okay. Have you had any prior experience in that position, or is this kind of your first time dealing with this kind of work?
Yes. First time with marketing.
Okay.
Part of it. I did mostly sales side. So this is actually putting out materials into the community to people for people to know about Q's and to get more donations.
Okay. So say in the next 5 years, what kind of goals do you have for yourself, and where do you see yourself in your career?
In 5 years, I would hope to have my own nonprofit started um, and kind of have that going. And it's
Okay.
hopefully maybe like a year or two into it.
Do you think that's like easily attainable for you, or
I think it's a really good challenge. It is attainable, definitely, but it will be a lot of hard work.
okay? So you said it's going to be hard work. What are some obstacles that you might face while you're trying to start your own nonprofit? And
There is over 190 different nonprofits within Omaha, and so it's kind of getting the nonprofit that I want to start, how I can set it apart from the other 190. So that's going to be the hardest part is getting
mhm,
people, selling my nonprofit.
yeah. Okay. And what kind of interview experience have you had in your past?
I have had a lot of interviewing experience, being on both sides, being the interviewer and the interviewee.
Okay.
With I've had about three interviews that I have interviewed being the interviewee, and then when I was the manager at Sunglass Hut, I would do all the interviews for that. So both sides,
Oh, interesting.
yes.
So how many interviews would you say you've attended? I guess you say you held them and been to interviews. So,
I would say at least 15.
oh, okay. How many of the interviews that you went to were ended in a job offer for yourself?
All but one did.
And have you ever asked for any feedback afterwards, after an interview you got finished? And
Yes, I did. When I interviewed at Union Pacific,
okay, what kind of feedback did they give you?
the main feedback that I got was when they asked about the trait that I have that needs to be improved on,
Hmm.
um, that it wasn't the right trait to pick.
Uh,
So I don't really know if it was anything that I can change
hmm.
about myself and how I interview. Um,
Okay. Well, to me, it seems like you have a great future ahead of you, and I really appreciate you taking the time to tell me about your experiences and all the goals you have. So,
well, thank you.
thanks.